Ta-da! Okay. I want to talk tonight about where the blessing comes from. And about God crossing His word in the fashion that He has said He's going to bless you. And I am not an expert in that. Obviously. I'm living in a trailer. So the talk I'm going to give you is not from a palace somewhere. But it's just an honest thing that I see the Lord when He's wanting to bless His people. Now, when I moved into this house, this trailer, it's a really nice one. Yeah, it's built like a house. It's got a shingled roof, and it has 2x6 walls, 36-inch doors, and it's got every convenient here you could want, air conditioning, all that kind of stuff. But when I moved into this place, no, it's not central air. It's a window air conditioner. The Lord said to me not too long after I moved in, He says, "Now I can bless you." Now that's the word that the Lord's never used with me before, is the word "now." Usually the Lord just tell me, and sometimes 10, 12 years later it'll happen. But I'm seeing right now places in my life where God is beginning to escalate me. Raise me up. In the beginning of a blessing is one of the most exciting times of the blessing, because you're seeing God work. You're seeing His word come to pass. And I'm going to spend probably 99% of everything the Lord gives me in money to ministry and opportunities. There's no such thing as being blessed in God with just money, because the Lord had it right when He said no man can serve God and money too. If you serve money, you're a slave to money. All you'll ever do is protect your money. And I don't want to do that. I want the Lord to fix it so that when He gives me money, I got a place to put it. I have a ministry to put it into. And in that fashion, I'll never be tempted to worship the tool that God has given me. I know a lot of men have come up with a lot of good tools, you know. And some of those tools make the man. And I may have to make some hard decisions along the way, because I don't want complacency to set in and begin to build an empire around me. You know, unfortunately, that's what happens with every minister who God blesses with money. They begin to think that they have power among men, and they have influence in men's hearts, and they have a ministry to protect. You don't really protect your ministry. God protects your ministry. You maintain the ministry. And God gives you all the things that you need. Don't become complacent in ministering to the things of God. People begin to minister to money. I've seen preachers, man, they hand out little tickets everywhere they go so they can solicit you for money. There's a principle in God, and where He has said that He will not cross His word, and He doesn't. God does not cross His word. He doesn't go back. He doesn't set things in a different order. Just like the sun that He put in its place, the sun will be there, sitting in its place from now on. The sun will never move. The Bible says as long as the earth shall stand, there will be summer and winter. That means the sun and the moon have to do their job. He has the sun and the moon. Winter can't come without the moon. Well, it can, but it'll come all over the place. You know, at one shot. It'll be winter on one side of the earth one day and winter on the other side of the earth the next. That's the job that the moon does. It helps hold the earth in its place. Keeps it spinning on that 23 degree, 25 degree, whatever it is, axis. But God will not cross His word in those things that He said. But God does amend His word, because there's a time when the sun stood still. Now, saints, listen to me. You can have the things you need in God without begging to men. Pastors, TV evangelists, you don't have to do that kind of stuff that you do. You don't have to make up ministries about how to be blessed with money in God. God will amend His word, and He will cause the earth to stand still for a period of time. It'll go on after it. He did it in Solomon's life. The Lord just opened up the windows of heaven. Solomon didn't do a lot of stuff to get all the things that he got, but the Lord poured upon him. They brung him gold by the shiploads, which Solomon did nothing for except sat back and look pretty and listen to people talk about how wise that he was. You know, that's all that he did. I'm talking about an amendment in the Lord, and how that we gain things in God. How do we come up with the wisdom of God? By listening to those things and watching His word and seeking after Him, and in those secret places, and worshiping and fasting and praying and all this hard stuff we do. And we finally get to a place of where God says, that's enough right there. From this point on, your life is blessed. We can do that. We can get an amendment. Yes, God chastises His children, but there is a Christian doesn't have to live a life of chastisement. You see what I'm saying? We don't have to live a life of chastisement. God will bless His children in this fashion. Amen. He will cause us to become rich like Solomon. Listen, God didn't say that He's never going to make anybody rich again like He did Solomon. It says we wouldn't carry the wisdom. But the wisdom I want is of the Lord. The wisdom that Solomon had was of men, and a little bit of God too, yeah. But the proof about that is Solomon didn't use a lot of wisdom and godly things because he got messed up with all them women. See, so